few hours from now, the Republican candidates will take the stage in Houston for their last debate before Super Tuesday, and this one could be the most pivotal debate they've had yet. And it's looking like Donald Trump's campaign is no joke, but if he wins the nomination, could it be Democrats who get the last laugh? Also, the plot thickens at the Supreme Court. Has President Obama figured out a way to get the Republicans in the Senate to at least consider one of his nominees? Good evening and welcome to RFL. I'm Andrew Whitman, in tonight for Richard French. Donald Trump says he is fired up, but establishment Republicans are fed up with the Donald's antics. We're going to get into that in just a few minutes. But first, the candidates are gearing up for tonight's debate, and this one could be a game changer. Remember what happened to Marco Rubio after the last one? He tanked after Chris Christie ran him over. Now Rubio is trying to bounce back and get back on track.
At a pre-debate rally in Houston, Marco Rubio showed a new willingness to take on Donald Trump, questioning whether he's ready to be commander-in-chief.
You can't just say, well, when I get there, I'll hire the smartest people and they're going to tell me what to do.
And in a Fox News forum last night, both Rubio and Ted Cruz questioned Trump's conservative credentials.
We are not going to allow the conservative movement to be defined by a nominee who isn't a conservative.
If Donald wins the general election, who the heck knows what he'd do as president? We need a president we can trust.
Trump is also taking fire from the last GOP nominee, Mitt Romney, over his unreleased tax returns.
I think we have good reason to believe that there's a bombshell in Donald Trump's taxes. When people decide they don't want to give you their taxes, it's usually because there's something they don't want you to see.
Trump fired back, tweeting that Romney, quote, blew an election that should have been won, and is now playing the tough guy. Coming off 3 straight wins, Trump now seems confident he's on his way to the nomination.
I mean, it's going to be an amazing 2 months. We might not even need the 2 months, folks, to be honest, all right?
He's even musing about his potential vice presidential pick. The outsider saying he may go with a Washington insider.
I do want somebody that's political because I want to get lots of great legislation that we all want passed that's just sitting there for years and years and years.
Great legislation. Let's bring that to a great panel. We've got Richard Brodsky with us. He's a former Democratic New York State Assemblyman, now a senior fellow at Demos and a professor at NYU. You can also catch him on Newsbreakers every weekend on FiOS 1 Hudson Valley. Dominic Carter is here, political journalist and author. And along with him is Bill O'Reilly, Republican strategist, who you can also catch on Newsbreakers every weekend on FiOS 1 Hudson Valley. All right, first of all, this debate tonight, in my mind, is critical. Because if the other guys on the stage don't take down Trump or at least knock him down a few pegs, they might not ever get the chance to do that again. Am I overestimating how important this debate is, Bill?
No, you're not. I mean, I don't know how much is going to be different about this one, but I hope it's significant. But yeah, both Cruz and Rubio have to take it to Trump. They've got to have Trump. They got to push his buttons, try and have him lose. And at the same time, Rubio needs to knock Cruz and Rubio. It's a very complex arrangement between the three of them.
I didn't understand a word of that. What has happened?
Perfect. I mean, what's going to happen? Beats me.
Well, let's go.
It's over, man.
It's already over.
It's over.
I'm afraid it's over too.
No. As for a debate, as for Tuesday, so there are 2 theories here. One is there's something mystical happening, and Trump has figured out something that no one else has ever figured out, which may be true. The second is, eventually, people are going to take a good hard look at him and say, what does he stand for? If Trump wins the nomination, it turns out the Republican Party is not a conservative institution. They're supporting a guy who wants to save Medicaid, save Social Security. Planned Parenthood isn't so bad. We're going to tax the hedge fund guys. What happened to the right wing?
Okay, but you're about 12 steps ahead of what I'm asking about, which is the debate tonight. Is this make or break tonight for Rubio and Cruz, Dominic?
It's over.
It's already over.
It's over.
I said that.
No matter. Oh, so I should say something different
say something.
because you said it's over.
There's still a glimmer of hope. Give me a glimmer of hope.
I don't even think it's a glimmer of hope. Trump has the nomination. All of this second guessing and regurgitating issues and so on, it's over. The train has left the station. Trump has the nomination. Here's my case in point. In Ohio and in Florida, Trump is beating the hometown candidate. So you do the math. He's beating Rubio and he's beating Kasich. Rubio in Florida, Kasich in Ohio. It's over.
Which is Ted Cruz's argument is that Cruz is leading in some of the polls in Texas, but Rubio's getting killed in Florida.
Good luck with that.
And Kasich.
Well, good luck with that.
We'll see what happens.
Right.
But that's the
Nobody
argument right
likes
now.
Ted Cruz.
The problem is, and that everybody knows, is that there's 3 candidates that need to be won, and that's Cruz needs to knock out Rubio. Rubio needs to rub out Cruz.
If you had
Kasich's
to
not
choose
going
between
anywhere.
Cruz and Trump, which may be your choice, who are you going to choose?
Oh, I would take Cruz in a heartbeat over Trump. In a heartbeat.
As electable?
I would no. I don't care whether he's electable as a Republican candidate. Absolutely.
You don't care
he's
if
at least
he's
a
electable.
consistent conservative.
Who's
Donald Trump has disqualified himself from the office of the presidency, as far as I'm concerned, by the statements he's made.
We in the Hillary camp look forward to your early.
Careful what you ask for. This guy's dangerous.
Yeah, be careful what you ask for, Mr. Brodsky.
Who is more electable, Trump or Cruz?
I think Trump is more electable, but I'll take Cruz over Trump because I know what Cruz stands for.
This may be more evidence of what the Trump downside is than anything else.
And we're gonna get into
I'm not worried about Trump. I'm worried about Trump winning the presidency.
We're going to get into the potential of the Trump or the potential pitfalls with the Trump nomination in a little bit. But I want to get back to tonight because Ohio and Florida vote a week after Super Tuesday. Super Tuesday includes Texas. Those are the 3 states of the people who are running against Trump. And we saw from the last Republican debate how quickly fortunes can change if there is a bad debate. Look at what Christie did to Rubio, and that really hurt Rubio in New Hampshire.
But nothing's going to change tonight. The Trump opposition vote is split. So no matter what antics we witness tonight, and I will concede to you and Bill that there will be some antics, but one, I really think they're afraid of Trump on a personal level to challenge him. 2, you might see Rubio do it a little bit. Cruz, certainly, it's in him. But Cruz, you have a better shot at the Republican nomination than Ted Cruz does. Yeah. No one is going to vote for him.
Well, how do Rubio and Cruz go after Trump tonight? Because no attacks on Trump have worked so far.
The only advice I would give if they were my candidates would be to demand that Trump give details and do nothing but demand it relentlessly.
Yes, nonstop.
Stop the nonsense about everything's going to be great and I'm going to do something with health care. I'm going to do this with foreign policy. Like, show us what is it and not let him off the hook. It's the only shot. I think it's the only chance to knock him off his game.
Richard?
It's over.
It probably is.
People should be watching Fios 1 instead of the debate.
They will be.
We appreciate that. These guys think it's already over. How key is tonight for Trump? Can he wrap this whole thing, or can he wrap the whole thing up tonight with a good debate showing and a good roll into Super Tuesday?
Oh, come on. He could do something stupid. You see, accidents happen.
Well,
he could do something stupid, but
chance to say that it won't be Trump, and you guys both said it was over.
In the last debate, Trump really lost it. He began to lose his temper, really conspicuously. He was a little bit out of control, and I thought, okay, maybe people are going to see that. It didn't make a difference in the polls.
But
people
Andrew,
that want him are sticking with him.
If you're advising Trump tonight, if you're a close advisor of him, listen, Mr. Trump, you've got the nomination. You're a heartbeat away from the presidency. If they talk about your mother tonight, do not respond. Whatever you do, Mr. Trump, do not lose your cool. Try not to blame Bush.
I don't think he plays it safe, though.
Try not to blame Bush for 9/11 again. Just play it safe, and you've got to.
Does he have that club in his bag? Does Trump even have that card?
Wait a minute. He blamed Trump. He blamed Bush for 9/11, and he went up to 45%.
Right.
In Nevada. Don't look at this as a game, a chess game between consultants. Look at this as appealing to an electorate.
It's
voters.
Always a chess
not.
match. It is always a chess
match.
match.
This is a campaign being driven by voters, not by the candidates. You can think of 42 ways to be clever and attack somebody, but as long as the voters are where they are, Trump is the guy.
I think the only way is if Cruz lost in Texas badly and dropped out immediately, there'd be some glimmer of hope for Rubio. It's the only scenario I can see.
Cruz voters will
and I don't think it's going to happen
in proportion to Trump.
Yes.
He's not stuck at 35 anymore.
Bill, very quickly, early on, for a long time we've heard the knock from Republicans on this president is he's not tough enough to stand up to Putin, he's not tough enough to stand up to insert world leader here. Are Cruz and Rubio getting hurt because they're not tough enough to stand up to Trump?
I don't know about Cruz. Maybe Rubio,
because they haven't stood up to him yet.
It's been strategic, and it's probably a bad strategy I mean, Jeb waited a long time to do it too, but Cruz certainly and Rubio, and now Trump is strong.
I hate to agree with Brodsky.
No, Mr. Brodsky.
Mr. Brodsky.
Oh.
But
Professor.
but Professor.
Your Excellency.
Your Excellency.
Don't feed the troll.
Okay. But one thing he's right about, is that this is a movement. So that's why we're both agreeing, and I think even Bill is agreeing to a degree, that no matter what Rubio, no matter what Cruz does tonight, and Dr. Carson, he's not even on the stage mentally, but no matter what they do, this is driven by the voters at this stage.
Unless it's one-on-one.
Right, unless it's one-on-one.
No.
So whatever they were going to do should have been done a month ago.
So the
train has left the station. It's over.
All right, well, speaking of Trump, the Donald dilemma is up next. The better Trump does, it seems, the bigger the headache for the guys running the GOP. We're going to tell you how they're dealing with the Donald, or how they hope to, and how they hope to try to rein him in.